Hello and welcome, Habage here. Glad you guys decided to drop by. Thanks so much. Appreciate all the views. Everybody dropping in. I hope you're ready because I hope I'm ready to do that building we've been talking about. And whoa, dude, are we going to be up high in the air? All right, you got the game. Let's get it loaded. Again, I've been once again seriously waiting out leaf blowers and lawnmower stuff. I don't know if they had to come back to finish up the ungrowing grass mowing. I was very surprised to hear leaf blowers and all that going again today, and not right on top of me, but certainly moving around on the property was very odd. So I think they're gone. Fingers crossed. Definitely wouldn't expect a back-to-back days of garbage trucks. So maybe we get through here without too much interruption. We'll see. Um, But needless to say, I did play some more in my other world. It was, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a good time. Just the new stuff. It's definitely way tougher to get down on top of diamonds. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, we had just come up here, right? So we're back. We got everything. Let's play Lucky Chicken. Uh, boo boo. Yeah, that was fun. Should we play Lucky Seeds too? Maybe they'll plant. Okay. So, what I'm thinking, as we talked about, um, this is kind of a levitation flotation type device, something our soon to be met cartographer inventor friend is going to make good use of. But while we're thinking that maybe eventually some of these things will have like stabilizing ones out to the side that would be two-sided, like a top and a bottom. Here we've got this is really just going to be the bottom of a cylindrical base, and this is our goodies. I'm afraid they're going to get lost in the goop there. Um, should we do the portal first so we've got, I don't know, more access to stuff? Why are those not? Excuse me, hang on one second. Woo! Uh, okay, got that out of the way. I think we're gonna do. Why can't I? Come on, game. Um, I think we're gonna make this our floor level. No, not that. What? What is going on? All right, we need to chill, game. Because this whole not sitting stable thing is not cool. All right, so let's call this our floor. And let's go here. And I think we're gonna do. Well, first of all, we've got our base to go in the middle, right? And we were going to go here. Like that. Now that it's out, we can set that. And this. I don't think we need that immediately soon, but okay. So here, let's go double on the outer edge. We're gonna have to. Oh, we need to go get trees too for wood, didn't we? But let's try to have this kind of going. We may have to temporary our access. So this is kind of the wider. Is somebody gonna sleep? Sleep. A little bit wider floor that we get by having kicked out that spacing, right? So now we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and a fifth, and 3. All right, so there's our portal on the inside, and this will be pretty snug here on this ground floor level, right? And I think what we probably want to do is try to build our stair access as quickly as we can. Also, man, I wish we'd done the wood. Well, all right, I tell you what. All these things can stay here, right? We've now got an ender chest that we should just have out. And we need tools. This one's not going to stay out, but we need that. Are these... I hope that's not in the way. Oh, no! Don't... What? Did I get my toolbox back? No! Oh, man. Oh, this works. Is that my toolbox? Where's my toolbox? Toolbox? At least it came to the right place. Did I get it? Okay, I got it. Whew. Can you imagine all those picks? Oh, okay, so that's why you don't put your tools next to your working portal. But, very importantly, our portal is linked. Man, it is not happy about loading up here, though. Okay, so, we've got all this. I don't really want to move those yet. Let's leave everything as is. Hey, we can do a little bit of that. Copper can stay. Our axe looks good. Let's go on a quick tree chopping adventure. And we'll just get a couple boxes. Because I want to, before we start putting up the iron sides, which are pretty much just going to be continuing that circle going up, and we'll put some windows in, probably somewhere around the top of the portal, we'll put in another... You didn't care about my little stall edge walls at all? worked hard to get those. So we're this close to base, though. This is nice. All right, so now we're on ground floor. Oh, there were those magma creams. I knew I should have gone back and picked them up. Here, they're going right here. Bye. And now I don't have a lead, do I? Unless Dusty's got a lead in his Dottie. I keep saying I've called you two different names. One time I called you Daisy, and then this time I called you Dusty. I'm sorry, dude. I think Dudette. First of all, you're a mare, a lady horse. But I apologize for my horrible recollection of your name. Anyway, I think the best place to go diving into woods is back across our little road system here. And I think there's dark forest over there somewhere. I'd really like to get some dark wood. I think that would look great. It's like you really can't see it at all, can you? No, it's just got to load in. Again, kind of up there, so you can envision a little bit. It won't seem quite as tall because that's right behind, and there's actually a little bit of going up there. But yeah, it'll be a plug about that big, and it's not going to have a lot of resolved details. You can already see it's kind of already fogged out by the distance. But we'll have lots of opportunities to fly around it. This is not. Oh, maybe this is me. What? Why are we not going up the? Come on, Dottie. She's Dottie because of the polka dots. Not Dusty because she's a dirty horse. No, 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 no. It's very clean. And it's not even a dust. I mean, like maybe if you were a desert horse. Oh, this is beautiful country. Beautiful country, Dottie. You're lucky to live here. For those of you folks who haven't seen, this was kind of our first little distraction in 118. And a nice distraction it was. What? I was just trying to go slower so that we wouldn't bonk our heads on the leaves, and you decide that's your time to rear up? She doesn't trust my bridge work, apparently. Which is silly, because look at it. It's beautiful. Oh, I thought that birch tree out there was a skelly. Oh yeah, then we gotta go up the windy way. Whee! This is the part we've done least to clean up and finish. Down the windy way. Back through here to our first spawn site. And there are dark trees. Alright, good. So Dottie, even without a lead, should stay put in there because of our nice little. Dottie doesn't think she can fit through what becomes 2 blocks wide, which is what she needs, but it's a little limited. All right, where do we think we should start on these trees? How about here? I'd like to leave a few out for, you know, the environment around our portal there. Don't just want it completely stripped of all life. This used to be one of my favorite sources of wood in the game because the trees were big, but that was back when these were the only big trees. Now, of course, jungle and old growth spruce or pine, because there's two different types of forest. They make it a low. What? They make it a little easier to gather well. I hope I didn't mess up this tree. I did. On there. Tell you one thing. switching worlds as I have been here in the last little bit makes me so appreciate our good tools. I'm using like stone picks and the like cherished iron tools that I can't use too quick because I don't have any renewable iron yet. Can't even get down to the diamonds. I'm working on it. It's been like seriously all my time and effort has been trying to get just down through the deep slate to the part where I could strip mine for diamonds. Um, the caves are just over the top when you're new in your world. Some of you guys may already be discovering this for yourselves. But without the good tools, when you're going down into those, it is slow going. Trying to get bridged across them with water to fill, and it's good. It's good. I like the challenge. Um, I've certainly been hearing some noise, and I don't know if you guys have or not. I know the YouTuber Wattles, I think, who did one of the things I was talking about recently. I don't know which one it was or what. Sorry. Um, he and some of the streamers I watch have all been having problems with established worlds and generation issues and lots of people saying visual stuff when integrating with textures and the some of the kind of visual um, helper tools and apps and all that kind of stuff, which is a little bit to be expected. And I'm not going to go on a big rant or anything, but it's just one more reason why I like just playing vanilla. Um, for every, oh, but you don't understand how much cooler the skies look. Yeah, but I played this game for a lot of years, and never once when there's been an update have I had to worry that, oh, that's not even something that they're going to fix. Burn on my bed. It. If I'm experiencing it, everybody is. So it's not a concern, right? And a lot of people don't know on old established hardcore worlds and things that they put in ages of time, and it's like, are they ever going to get back because it's such a small percentage of the user base, right? Like for the developers working on Minecraft, their bug lists are I'm sure much less for having done the snapshots and having had everybody playing the game early, but always, I mean, I don't know if there's been any news about it or not. I would assume if there was an 18.1, I would have been loaded up with it today, um, Tuesdays. But I didn't see or hear anything, so I'm thinking it's still coming. But usually that first uh, update comes out, and it is just because there's lots of stuff that doesn't get visibility, but uh, that first fixed update version, um, that's got the showstoppers, the big bugs, the ones that are getting lots of attention and causing a lot of frustration. And when you think about long-term hardcore world, and it's so the one I'm most specifically talking about is with portals, right? Strongholds, because they updated the way that all chunks process, right? So back at our base, bedrock got pushed down to negative 65 or whatever it is. Um, Build cap got pushed up to 319, just like it is here. We could be doing these advancements back at our original base, but I just felt like it was more in spirit to do them here. But other things as a result of that, the underground area of the old terrain, stuff that we've already played in, got modified. And I guess the deal is, and I'm sure there are much smarter people that have been looking at this than I have, because for one thing, it hasn't impacted me at all. For another, I'm not a programmer. I wouldn't know what I'm looking at in the code to understand why that was or wasn't working. Um, but I've got to imagine it's not. It's may not be something that's that simple to fix. And it may be one of those that they said, all right, we're taking this one on the chin. Nothing we can do about it for the sake of the game and having these expanded game worlds. At some point, we've got to make it so that every old piece of worlds gets updated as well. And I, I don't know that from my business experience and real world how those things work. I know sometimes that's just it, and what's going to be tougher, having frustration out of, admittedly, some of your top media creators, whether they're streaming or YouTube or anything else, who are well known and watched because they have long term, worlds that make other people that don't play hardcore go, how do you possibly have a world that's been open for that long? And on the other hand, you have people that like to go in and go, oh man, are they going to lose their world? Are they going to lose their world? Are they going to lose their world? And kind of cheer them that way. So it's a draw for sure. And some of those big names, I think we could kind of safely call that the Phil movement in Twitter world, or Twitch world. Sorry, it's like Dusty and Dottie and Daisy and everything else with the horses. Um, these, you know, streamer loses 10-year-old world and says he'll just start playing again the next day, right? They know, and they know that it actually does them phenomenally well on their channels to tragically lose those worlds. I mean, personally and everything else, they hate it. If you've watched any of them, they talk about it like, oh man, I was, you know, you guys watch and can come and go whenever you want. This is what I do, and I built this. I'm proud of it. And certainly the communities are there for them with through the grinds and everything, and feel as much a part of it. They certainly do, but it is tough to lose long worlds, and I think some of them are kind of going like, will this be corrected, or is my world gonna be funky now? One that I've gone through multiple previous versions and updates with, and now it's struggling. So I don't know. Well, I should say, I kind of alluded to my playing vanilla to avoid a lot of that kind of stuff. So there's a few things that I know of that have been going on or plaguing people. One is the stronghold generation, and that one, as far as I know, gets me just as much as anybody else. It doesn't matter. That's a full-on vanilla bug, I think, that affects anybody playing with a world that they modified over. And as we can see, the game runs fine. There was no corruption that happened. It's just a matter of if you follow pearls to a stronghold in your original chunks, anything that loaded before the update, the pearl behaves just, or the eye behaves just as it normally would. You throw it, you follow it, you throw it, you follow it, and then you bore down on wherever that pearl is indicating the I think we got more than enough now. Can we find our way back though? That's the new. Okay, there. I'm so glad I made that little landmark. It's awesome. All right, let's get more of these variety trees because I don't think we have 12 pieces of birch, almost a full stack of oak. I guess we can grab more birch over by Dottie too. That is a full-on birch forest. Um, but yeah, so I don't mean to imply that, but there are some like visually, uh, visual impairment things going on um, when you add more and more, whether they're shaders or texture packs or helper apps, all of that kind of stuff, is just more stuff that either has to get fixed later um, or um, won't be, depending on what you've got loaded and how good the people responsible for that stuff are about going back in and fixing their products. So I don't know. I always just find it gets it's the old acronym KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid. The more complexity you introduce, the more likely you are that it's going to impact. And don't forget that, it doesn't necessarily mean or matter that you've got it active, right? So you could have had a shader or something and then not used it for years and multiple things. But if you've still got that install, all of that stuff is embedded in. And if you've used it in an old world like that, or any, whether it's your current world or any old previous world that's still tied into that install, they may be making calls or references to applications and things that aren't even on your system. So watch out. It's a cautionary lesson, and it stinks to see really good players and really good content creators getting frustrated and wondering what's going to happen here. And, I get the reasons for it too. It's there always become these questions about big worlds and um, how do you manage little bits of lags. It's why I don't just race into giant machines because my concern is that they make the world ultimately unplayable, and then what do we do? Um, Start over, obviously, but it's it's something to be aware of, and that's where I think a little bit more of this playing around with a thematic build. I know it's not been optimized for horsey. We'll get there. We'll get there. I think we'll do what we did on the last one, which was just camp out kind of right here where it's nice and open. If anything does want to come and get us, we can see it. But we look to be pretty clear. And then back on. So, a little building time done. I didn't even use the shulker boxes. I think we've got so much though. And I haven't given as much, honestly, I haven't given a lot more thought to what we're doing other than what we had talked about through the last couple episodes. We'll see as we get out there, but the reason why I wanted to get the wood and decided, oh yeah, that's not just decorative, that's something we need to figure out. Um, we need to get our access to it set up because the portal the portal will probably be the primary means now. Honestly, we could probably tear our scaffold, but um, until we're really sure we want to do that, and probably until we've gotten the falling advancement done, I'd kind of prefer to keep it Keep everything safe and secure. All right. Good job, Dottie. Now, while we're here, just going to toss effectively junk. Leaves and saplings. Hang on to the apples. Might sort those up here somewhere. What am I doing? we just finished it. I'm like walking over on the over. Oops. Let's use the portal. And like we said, you know, the other one could end up being kind of just an extension down there. Okay, we're here. So, yeah, I think we've got. This has been my one drawback with these, and I think. Can still get out there. Gotta be careful here. This is. I was thinking like, oh, we should, just keep this till we're ready to do it. But this isn't even the height. We want to be way up there, so we might as well just get rid of all this. Don't need it anymore. Oh no. Oh, come on. What? Oh, there's one down there too. Okay. Oh, there's another one down there. Can I reach these? Okay, I can reach these now. Standing on the wood actually makes me feel a little better because you can't as easily break it while you're standing on it. Whew. Okay. So, we've got a double layer of copper, right? And that's going to kind of be that's the housing for this flotation-y stuff underneath us. Now we're going to go into the iron mode, and I think we're going to go up one more because you wouldn't be right in on, and that's part of why I wanted to raise the floor a little bit. So what do we have? Any space here? Yes. Let's put. This is kind of reckless without having a iron farm. Alright, Reset up. So now I think let's do this. I apologize about that portal. Until we get up above it, not much we can do. Um, okay. So let's say that this is going to be our kind of portal. And this begins our stairs. And that would kind of go there. I don't have... Ooh, that doesn't look bad. Now, if that goes up there, then can we block this? Alright, this... Excuse me again. So we clearly have to go iron all the way up through the height of the door, and that's getting us close here. Oh. This could be a catastrophic waste of our iron. For not having an iron farm. I know everybody builds an iron farm. We haven't. And we got a lot of stuff going on that I would prefer not to need one. Okay. And we'll probably, I think, go up above here before we put in our kind of copper support band, I guess I'm thinking it would be. But for here, we can now go... let's get some light in here, huh? Wow, dogs and kids all having fun out there. I love it. Nothing frustrates me more than when people live in a community area like that and get upset. Like, oh, you mean your neighbors, the people that are, whether, no matter how close or aloof you want to remain. It's your community, and the children and animals in it are having a good time, and you're going to hate on them for it just because you want to record a video? Nah, not me. So if you guys hear that, I don't know who those people are, but they seem to be having a good time. It's not angry screaming. It doesn't seem to be angry barking. What do we need? We need more stairs? Yeah. Because as soon as we can get this filled in, we'll be much better off. So what are we doing here? For space, at least. Let's go ahead and... yeah, it's 24. So we were up again. I know it's a little bit of up and down. Here. There. And there. And that does not go out over, so that's good. Now... there. Guess we'll hold one. Probably unnecessary. Go. Alright, there's our edge. Now, I'm thinking that this level gets fully sealed off. As we go up, you can see we got a couple more of these to go. I kind of think maybe we should... now we should have left a bottom mark so we could see how far up we've grown. I guess we can just look here. So we're at 306. We've got 12 or 13 more levels to go. I think height is 319, but what that looks like, it seems to be a floating target. So I do think here, let's get a full floor. For one thing, it'll help shield us from the sound. All right, can we still get through here? Boom. See, that keeps the portal volume a little bit contained and is kind of nice. All right, now let's do slabs. And I'm not sure how I want this to end up when all is said and done, but I don't think I want it connected. Obviously walkways and stuff like that, but I don't think I want it connected in a... oh, there's just an edge. I think I kind of want it floating out, more like you'd have a dock in the water, right? So here, and we may do that up, because I am thinking that we'd like to do extra, and with the stairs and the tight sides on those two, we're not going to have doors on three sides. So I think this, sorry, lifted the mic. Oh my, okay. We were just even with the edge here. So let's leave it like that for now. Um, and I don't know about little portal windows. Got them all. I don't think the full ring of copper. Oh, but we may want to do copper on this hatch too. Two reasons for thinking about these. One, they look good, and oh, that was our first drop. So now we do have to go through before those despawn. So let's try to get all the rest of this set quick as we can. They look a little flowery, honestly, but there's more down. But now that they're, I think we should inset them at the corners like that, or do the whole circumference of the door. Kind of feel like for the door, maybe we do all of them. Because I am very concerned we're not going to have enough iron. So fittings and things like that also help spread that further. All right, now here, glass. And here, actually using glass blocks makes more sense than anywhere else ever, because if this is pressurized, then we would certainly want that. All right, I think our... Oh, now we get all the sound still. It got so nice and quiet for a second there. So now all of this is pretty well complete. And I think this may be our actual mooring level, where we would do more of the boats kind of halfway up it, and or have places for them to come in and dock with this capsule. Then, we do roughly the same that we've just done, and we're going to be looking to cap that with a roof. So we may just do some little stairs up and down because I'd like to do a support band of copper. Let's try to get that. Actually, first of all, I don't know how long we've been going. 50 minutes. All right, this is perfect. Back, more copper. And this would be, kind of structural support, right? Holding everything tight in a. So got my bed, sleep. All right. Now that that's all done, let's go back through the portal because that's how we go now. And back to land. And we got what, 3, maybe 4 iron blocks. It's something I would, we've already seen stone and torches and everything else. I've just kind of not cared. Let them go. Dottie, let's ride. Dun, 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 dun. See, I figure if I keep riding her multiple times each episode and talking to her, saying her name, it'll stick. I think, didn't we find that these are connected via hill, or maybe not? Maybe this goes all the way through. Darn it. Oh, it's here. Dottie, you know the way. That's kind of dangerous. Is that? Oh. There's one of them. One. Where'd the other go? I just saw it. Oh, this is the worst. If I'd had none, I would have been able to see, but now I have no idea. Anything fall down the hole? It's a pretty long way to go sideways to fall into it. Look at that. What's that strange moon up there? Small moon up there. That's no moon. Yeah, unfortunately, all of our build, you can just barely see. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but it looks like the lighted green is just kind of showing up there. We could bust out our spyglass, but hey, you want to say hi to your friends? Hey, not as Dottie. That's more spotty than Dottie, and these are cows. That's a sock, gray socks. This was that cool dark gray horse. I hope he kind of hangs out this side. We could tear this down, but let's leave it. We're getting a bit of weathering going on there. I don't think we're gonna wax any of the copper at this point. Maybe if we, we're still alive and we're doing everything and we've totally come back and built up this world, then maybe as some kind of like a town community building event where we're celebrating our history of the settlement. What? We do a refurbishment and put on some fresh copper and wax it so it doesn't age. But I think the aging will be cool up there. And it's a prototype, right? It's out in the elements. All right, let's go back and we will park on top of the structure and call this one good. I think we made good progress. We went on a lumberjacking expedition in addition to getting our whole portal not only linked but enclosed. So good stuff, I'd say. And I think here, this may limit our floor space a little bit, but and not there. So maybe just two entries. That'll give us a little more space because I think this is kind of our living. Put the end chest. Not that I expect to do a lot up here, but it'd be nice to not, if we're working on stuff or whatever up here, to not have all of the boxes and stuff that we're using down there. Be able to put a bed and all that, and not just be tripping over the portal and everything like that. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is it anything like what I described? It more or less is what I was thinking, and I do think the the level up will have, this I kind of look at as like utility level, right? Maybe we'll have like the equivalent of a floating rowboat or something right here, and then maybe eventually some bigger ships moored up to that level. But the reason I want to do that kind of in the middle here and not too high up is so that they can have some height, right? We can actually build into those ships a little bit, whether they're balloons floating, and kind of lifted that way, or these same kind of hover things that we've got going on here. Combinations, whatever, will have more freedom than if we put that all the way or started this all the way up at the top. We wouldn't have any room to kind of let our imagination run. So that's why I did it. All right, back up here. We'll leave the shulkers for now. I don't see a whole lot of reason to move those, but I do think this is a good place to have an ender chest kind of hanging out. How about there? It's a little extra light, not in the way of anything, because this is potentially a little tight. Coming up and around. Oh, I'm liking it. I think it may undergo some changes and all that. Although honestly, once we get it going, I don't know. And remember the next challenge is, oh shoot, we got to. I can't forget, we've got to have continuous stairs all the way up to get our villager to the bed, right? From down there. Yeah, maybe the portal should have been higher up. We should have made that the living area and mooring for the vessels and all that kind of stuff. Oh well, we'll figure it all out. I don't think it's gonna change. I think he'll be fine. We just gotta wait for nightfall and make sure it's lit enough that it's safe, and we may need to block off any of these doors so that he doesn't get distracted and go out. But yeah, I think from here we can kind of do the same stair deal we've already set up to go up further around, and without the portal edges sticking out, um, we can be up and above. And like I said, we may do some rings because I'd like to do a door level here and then a windows level above it, um, and maybe do a path section there, and then keep leading him up to where he can just hop up to his bed. And so up on the very very top we'll have a ring of copper and an observatory deck kind of for him that'll have a cartographer's table built into the floor and a recessed bed. And I think that should do it. He should be good to go. We'll figure it out though. So anyway, I don't want to go too far over here. If I have already, I apologize. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you've got any takes on what we've been doing decoratively, or if you think this is going to work, or if I've overlooked something in critical, let me know. It'd be great to hear it. But I appreciate you guys watching. Likes and comments is always great. Subscription will let you know when these videos come up, and I will do my best to tweet whenever those videos come out as well. So watch for me on Twitter or in your YouTube subscription channel. Thanks so much. Take care, guys. We will see you next time, and as always, thank you. Stay awesome. Bye now.